Hello, everyone. Let me know you can hear me okay. I'm super excited for this show tonight, and I'm going to bring on the guests really shortly. Really great panel, as you might see. And I'm going to ask them 10 questions just to check in with where we are feeling with Arsenal and the season so far. So I'm Fran Golazzo, and let me bring on my first guest, Mr. Jez. Oh, well, they're all on. It's been a while. So let's start with, obviously, I think of you as like the founding father of Arsenal YouTube, Jez. Absolute legend. So tell people where they can find you if they don't know you already.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm old, Fran.
No.
At the end of the day. Yeah, I'm Jez. Arsenal History and More is my channel, which is going very well at the moment. I'm nearly on 4,200 subs now. And on Instagram, I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on collins.jez. And I talk everything Arsenal, but I also get other club fans on to get their opinions about their club football in general. And I'm actually on Sunday doing my first ever international match review. I just thought I do it for fun. I don't like international football personally, but I'm going to do the Ukraine-England game and have a laugh, basically. But that's me. And thank you for having me on.
It's my privilege and honor. And hello to everyone in the building. Say hello and say where you're watching from. That would be interesting. Thank you again, Jez, for coming on. And next, a very special guest debut on my channel. It is Tony Claude, Gunner TV. Just introduce yourself.
Hey, Fran. Thank you for having me on your show today. My name is Tony. Tony Claude, Gunner TV. Of course, I'm kind of like still new in the space, and of course, I've worked with people like Jez, of course, in this space, very instrumental to me. Jez, I can't overstate that. Yeah, and I just run that channel, and it's nice to visit your channel. It's nice, and it's also cool that I'm also here with Static. Also, I see him in chart. Enough respect to you. Seen you talk football on Del Boy TV before. Enough respect to you, and of course to the Godfather. Respect to you, Jez, man. Big up to you, and Golazzo. Yeah, I am.
It's great to have you. Your microphone, I think the speakers, they're still like, you can barely hear what you're saying. I wonder, is there any way maybe you can do it without the headphones? I wonder, because when you hear back, like you keep.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll come back to you in a sec, but that was a very, very, very lovely intro. Thank you so much for coming on. And next we have Static. I can't believe it. So you guys will probably have seen Static in like every chat he's in. Curtis Shaw's chat, I'm pretty sure you're in like just all of them. So Curtis Shaw like knows you by first name basis. So you're like the mod admin celebrity of YouTube, and we're getting to see you live. So how are you doing?
First of all, thank you for inviting me to your channel. It's an absolute honor. I'm actually very good, thank you. I'm looking forward to the show. Jez, it's really good to see you again. I know we did a couple of shows on Lee's channel and actually on Feetly TV as well. Rest in peace to Stephen. So I've actually been everywhere. So I've been on Stephen's channel previously, and as Tony Claude, it's good to see you as well, bro. He also mentioned I've been on Del Boy's channel, so that's true as well. Hopefully I'll be on many more other YouTube channels, but I've been all over the place the last couple of years, so just silently. So, but and I don't know if you want me to shout out my socials.
Yes, shout yourself out.
I don't have YouTube, but you can find me on Instagram, which is just static__5. And you can, and yes, as Fran rightly pointed out, yes, I'm a moderator on most Arsenal channels, and I'm very grateful for that, of course, always. You can find me in the live chat anywhere within the Arsenal fan community.
Okay, right, Tony, testing 1, 2, 3. Just sorry, Static. Fantastic.
Yeah, go for it.
Make sure Tony's audio's back. Say hello. Say hello,
Yeah,
Tony.
I'm there. Can you hear me
Oh,
right now?
Yeah, that's much clearer. That's much clearer. Sorry
Hello,
about that.
can you hear me?
Yes, much better. Okay,
All right.
right.
No problem.
So
Yeah.
let's get into the first question. As I was saying to the guys, we've got 10 questions, all about checking in with where we're at with Arsenal. So I'm going to ask them each 10 questions. We'll go around with Jez, Tony, then Static, and then discuss from there. Oh my gosh. And you guys, Prince Fuad is here.
What's happening?
Fuad! Last time I had Fuad and Jez on the chat, things got spicy. But say hello to everyone, Fuad. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? What are you saying?
It's good to see you, Fuad.
Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great.
You're all in for the heart attack.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring it. So Fuad, just say where people can find you, and then we'll get into question number 1.
You can find me at Prince Fuad TV on Instagram, Prince Fuad.
All right. Okay. I'm looking forward to this now. Jez and Fuad together are pretty legendary. Right. So question number 1. And I guess we'll start with Fuad now. So describe how you're feeling at the end of last season and your expectations, what they were for the summer window. Fuad, how were you feeling?
Oh, anyway, I was a bit devastated last season.
Yeah.
Because in a way, a lot of people like saying, "Oh, we didn't bottle it." We did. We bottled it. You got to sometimes you need to be honest. You know, you can see, you know, I was backing the players, backing the manager, but it was bottling. You know, because when you buy a defender in January, and you just look past him, and you threw in Rob Holding, that means you never had the ability in yourself to play his own signing, and then you were panicking, you were overthinking. So then when you threw in Rob Holding and the players and Saliba, and they bottled it. And do you know what the worst is? Like when you actually played Kiwior in the last few games, he done actually good against Chelsea and Newcastle away.
Yeah.
And I would have said, and that was my argument. So if you would have played them against maybe West Ham, when we had 2-2, and maybe in Anfield instead of putting him in the middle, who knows? You didn't gamble. We didn't gamble. We didn't throw it. We waited until we were already out of it was out of our hands, and we beat Chelsea and we beat Newcastle away. So we bottled it, man.
Right. Jez, how were you feeling and what were you looking for in the transfer window?
I totally agree with what Fowles has said there. We totally bottled it. Stupidity, decisions and tactics he made. Crazy substitutions, especially away at Liverpool. 2-0 up. Then we go 2-1 and he sticks a very new player, Kiwior, into midfield.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get that.
Midfield, didn't he? Not even defence.
Well, he went to Anfield, one of the hardest places to go and win in history, especially for Arsenal, and he made that stupid decision. And that was the start of the downfall. After that, things started to go wrong. Wheels started to come off. The team looked shaky. Totally agree with what Fuad says at West Ham. And he did the same thing with Southampton. And that's what killed us. And I felt very disappointed at the end of the season because for 93%, we were on the top of the league and yet we capitulated. And I have to blame the manager. In his stupidity tactics. And I'm sure we'll get onto that in a bit. But transfer window, to answer you on that one, started good, looked great, very positive. I was thinking, yeah, we're going for it now, big time. But we didn't get that striker. We've been wanting a top striker for 3 windows now, and it hasn't happened. And he brought in some nice players. Declan Rice looks like an Arsenal player already, right? Yeah. I like Kiwior. I think he's a decent player. I really was impressed with Timber. But he's out. He's gone. Again, because of Arteta's arrogance in letting him come back on in that second half, which is absolutely nonsensical in my book.
Yeah, better to play it safe.
And now he's out. But we've got it's done. We've got on loan Raya. Well, I haven't seen him play yet. Will we see him play? I think in cup games, maybe. But Fran, panel, we're in the Champions League. And we've got a weaker squad than we had last season. Because we've let go certain players that we may need. I mean, I'm all right. Rob Holding, he's crap. Let's be honest, he's rubbish. So he had to go, right? But we've still got El Neni here, right? We've still got players that we could have sold and got money for and bought somebody else. And I actually fear for Arsenal. I honestly don't believe we will win the Premier League. And I certainly don't believe we're going to do anything fantastic in the Champions League. Because if he keeps doing this stupid nonsense, trying to be too clever, 72 different tactics in a game, really? Okay, not seeing it myself. But
that press conference was something
ridiculous. And the post-match one, couldn't conquer my wife, really. Okay, maybe there's a reason for that, but. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm disappointed in both parts of your question, Fran.
Yeah, I very, very good answers. And so far, you guys are actually in a little bit of agreement, Fuad and Jez. Disappointing end to the season. How were you feeling end of last season, Tony?
See, I would have to agree with Jez and Prince Fuad on this one. Yeah, last season I actually predicted that Arsenal was going to win the league. I know that's a tough one, yeah, for many Arsenal fans to really get to understand. But I really saw us in the first 10 games blitz teams. The way that Arsenal hasn't started in like about maybe 10, 15 years last season, and with the whole energy and with the whole last season, everyone was on board. Most people were on board. You know, they supported this manager, even if it didn't even have the credibility nor the experience to actually
he's frozen out.
Arsenal Football Club. I mean, the positions he took us to in the league, you know, already shows us the situation per se. But again, last season, and he did your shot. You know, we bottled it, and that's the fact. We really bottled it. The West Ham game, the Southampton game, you know, these games, even that game in Liverpool, where Granit Xhaka lost his head. You know, all these games just told a different story, and we just lost our head. And again, Mikel Arteta's managerial experience was called into question last season. Also, some of his when to make a change, how to make a change. Yeah.
You really keep like cutting in and out. I don't know if it's your internet, but I can only we can't really hear like all that you're saying.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I just don't want to miss what you're saying. It kept going in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Do you mind maybe if you go out?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Guys.
Yes. I'll go in and come out. I'm sorry about it.
No, don't be sorry at all. I just don't want anyone to miss your points. Okay. All right. So if you try that and I'll go. You're so sweet. I actually love this guy. Guys, everyone subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner TV, one of the nicest people out there, but his Wi-Fi is Granit Xhaka pace at the moment.
Don't be saying that. I miss Xhaka already.
I know. Tony running on that private island connection. Oh, bless. Well, we'll get Tony back in a sec. And Static, so how are you feeling towards the end of last season? Expectations for summer? Go for it.
I'm still getting over the absolute devastation and heartbreak of last season. Still coming to terms with it. It's still, well, I don't know about everyone else, but it's still quite raw for what's just happened.
Yeah.
It's totally inexcusable, and I agree with the boys. It's totally inexcusable for what we did. I mean, you can't be. We were 8 points clear with 6-8 games to go of the season, and we completely just threw it away. I mean, the points we dropped away, and at home against Southampton, home and away. Everton, we lose away. West Ham, we draw. Liverpool away, we draw. And then we lose at Brighton at home 3-0. Like, come on, guys. And then we lose, and obviously to end things, we lose 1-0 away to Nottingham Forest, which gave City the title without kicking the ball. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry?
It was not good. I'm sorry to bring back these memories. It's just context for how we're feeling.
I know. So, yeah, and now I'm going to move on to the next question because that would definitely help. Transfer window, so far so good. I wanted Declan Rice, so I'm really happy we signed him. Very happy with that. Timber, I never seen him before in the Dutch league, so I didn't know what to expect. But from what I've seen, I had my reservations over him, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I thought, okay, he's good, but then I'm not sure. But from what I've seen, obviously in the Community Shield and so far against Nottingham Forest, he was great. He was fantastic. But yeah, I'm gutted about the injury he's got, and I hope he gets better soon. I hope he comes back soon. Not happy with Kai Havertz. That's all I'm going to say about that. Not happy with that signing whatsoever. So, the less I say about that, the better.
Don't worry, I'll be asking you about it later.
David Raya, I actually rate the goalkeeper a lot. He had a really good season last season for Brentford, so I'm very happy we signed him. So it's good competition for Ramsdale. So we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, I agree with the boys again. Just especially Jez, we needed a striker badly. And I said this to a couple of my friends. Without a striker, we're not going to win the league. I just can't see us winning it. I mean, look, I hope Nketiah, and I know Fuad's here, so I know he loves Nketiah. So listen, I hope more than anything that Nketiah proves me wrong and everyone else wrong, and he does end up scoring.
Right. Do you want
because
right? Can you live with that?
Listen, he's doing well so far, Nketiah, but I want him to get 20 goals this season. I know it's a big ask, but listen, if you're getting paid big money, you got to deliver. And you're playing for Arsenal, you have to deliver. You don't have any choice. But look, as I agree with Jez, we started so well with the transfer window, but then the last 6-8 weeks, we've just fallen flat on our faces, boys and friend. So, yeah, I'm very, very disappointed that we couldn't bring in a centre-back, a CM or DM, and a right wing to provide competition for Saka, and most importantly, a striker. So, really disappointed with the transfer window, to be honest, after starting so well. But
okay,
I'm really concerned with the season, guys. I really am.
Oh, okay. On that, so the next question, it's a quick fire one, and I want you and chat to rate the transfer window out of 10 and give us like 1 or 2 sentence answer as to why. So, Static,
can I go first?
Yeah, go on, Static. Let's start with you.
2.5 out of 10. Not good enough. We needed players. And once again, another transfer window where we're always 1, 2, 3 players short of what's required to challenge or compete for all trophies, especially the league title. It's not good enough.
Okay, I like it. It's high standards. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Jez, what about you? No.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Jez.
Oh, no.
This is why I don't like muting it.
Yeah.
You're exempt. Don't worry about it.
Yes. I say what I said. 3 out of 10. We started so well. I was really excited. I really thought we were going to push it on. But we didn't again. And it will cost us. It will cost us. It's going to bite us in the bum. And we're not going to challenge for the Premier League because Man City are in second gear and looking really happy. And I'll be interested to see, Fran and guys, what happens in the game when we play them in the Emirates in 2 or 3 weeks' time. I'll be very interested to see whether these 72 tactics work.
Bro, it's it's make or break, really, isn't it? So Fuad, what's your answer to this question?
You know what? I'm gonna rate it a 5 because of Declan Rice and Timber. Yeah, 5. A 5 because and you know what? If Arteta actually played Raya, it might be a 6 or 7. so I'm gonna give it a 5 because Declan Rice, for me is one of the best signings of the transfer. I think that Man United goal and how he's been playing. So I'll give him a 5. Like a 5 because of Raya, Declan Rice and Timber. They're standing good. They're top players.
I thought you'd have given it higher.
Nah. What am I going to give it higher for? 5's enough. We bought Havertz.
Oh, that's poor Havertz, man. Okay, we'll get on to Havertz. But Tony, what are you saying? Welcome back. Are you back?
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry about my connection problems. Just bear with me. I just give this window 3.5, and that's because of Declan Rice and Jurriën Timber. Because when you're talking about the transfer window, you just have to ask yourself: did we address the pertinent questions? Did we address the areas that we need reinforcement? And I'm sorry, the answer is no. Of course, that left back position, yeah. Of course, we brought in Jurriën Timber. Again, it doesn't do anything for us. So I give it a 3.5. I'm not really inspired by it. And we didn't even really have any striker. Also, we didn't bring the striker. That's also a big problem too. We also need one more centre back. Just imagine if William Saliba collapses on the floor tomorrow. What happens?
Yeah.
So that's a big problem. We don't have a for replacement for William Saliba. That's a big problem. We don't have like-for-like replacements for Bukayo Saka. Just think, if Bukayo Saka drops, what do you think on England duty? What do you think is going to happen to our Arsenal team? Nicola Pepe just left the football club. 70 million wrote off in that deal. Yeah, he left the football club today. So it's a mess right now, but let's see where it's going to go to. Or do I have a different direction when it comes to us challenging for the title this season? I have a different idea, but everything is based on Mikel Arteta. Hopefully, we get to touch on that later.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat said. Really good answer. I mean, you guys had lower scores than I thought. So it's really interesting. It'll get better with the next questions. So the chat said 6.5. And Endsman, big up. Everyone go and subscribe to Endsman. And Diego C. Palace. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome. So he reckons, as a Palace fan, that we're 4 out of 10. Need to get Ivan Toney in January. I agree, totally. Posh Bertie is here. Everyone subscribe to Gooner Gathering. I'm going to have a show with just those guys on next. So don't worry. I haven't forgotten about you. So he says 5. Rice and Timber were good, but Timber's out for the whole season. It's such a shame that, honestly. Raya will be a backup keeper, and Havertz, if I speak, I'm in big trouble. Mm-hmm. Bro, it's not looking good so far. I just got my fingers crossed. This has to work out, the Havertz thing, but we will get onto that. It has to work, basically, for Arteta, for the team. Yeah. Arsenal above all. Hello, everyone subscribe to each other. Agree with Jez. Winning Champions League, unlikely, but it's a cup comp at the end of the day. Only a madman would have thought the 05-06 squad would have got further than the Invincibles. Luck of the draw. And we've got a pretty good draw as well. We're going to do a little quick Champions League preview. That's question 7 or something. So Endsman said, even forgot about have-nots. Great. He was one of my favourite players. Chelsea washed him out and Arsenal finishing the job. Let's hope not. So Steve-O mentioned the connection thing, but hopefully it will sort itself out. We can hear most of what you're saying. It's just, the Finland connection. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much for all these comments, guys. So keeping Saliba maybe the best signing of the window. Yeah. Gun Down, hello. I haven't seen you before either. Welcome. Says 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 tops. Havertz made the window look shockingly bad. Whew. Yeah, lots of smoke for Havertz tonight. Bargav says 5 or 6. Do you count the players retained in rating the window? In fact, I've actually got a slide for you all. Add to stage. So if we just have a quick look. So the incomings were Declan, obviously, Kai, Duran Timber, and David Raya. You guys are rating it like a 3.5 to 6. What do you guys quickly on the panel, starting with Jez, think about the outgoings that we managed to kind of sort out?
Well, I think it's a great shame to see Balogun go. We never gave him a chance. Basically, Granit Xhaka, you all know what I thought of him, but I think he had his best season at Arsenal last year, and he impressed me. He really did. And when I look at it now, I'm quite sad to see him gone. I can't lie. Losing Tierney, I think, is an absolute disgrace. Best left back in the Premier League, in my opinion. Holding, yeah. Tavares, yeah. Mark Quinos, yeah. Maitland-Niles, yeah. Runnison, yeah. On Kowe, yeah. Lakonga, yeah. Never saw Turner, never saw Trusty. Pablo Marie, never the levels. But we've lost 3 players there that I'd rather kept, looking how it started. But it is what it is. We can't move it now. And great shame, to be honest.
Yeah. Does anyone have a different opinion to that about the outgoings?
Nope.
Yeah, I think Jez pretty much nailed it. We're looking a little bit. I'm worried about the defence, to be fair. We are. I think Tierney might be the one we really regret.
Oh, Fran, sorry to interject. You forgot one more player who's now gone. Pepe. He's going to Turkey. Officially.
Tonight.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yep. It's done now.
Was that announced tonight?
Yeah.
Like several minutes ago.
Oh. Okay, right. Let's have a look.
That's 70 million down the drain.
Oh,
72 million down the drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down the drain.
I blame the club. I blame the club for that.
I agree.
I blame the club more than Arteta, because the club could have turned around and said, "Listen, you've got to work with him. He's an asset."
True.
You know, I blame the club for that. I don't blame Mikel. I blame Mikel for not having him in the squad, obviously, but I more blame the club because someone could have turned around and said, "Listen, he's an asset. 72 million. You got to make it right." You just bought, we just bought Havertz for 62 million. Or 65, I don't know how much, but
65.
But bro, you know what? I'll do? I'll wait for the Havertz question and I'll start on it.
Yeah, there's definitely questions.
But the thing you have to ask yourself is, was Pepe good enough to reintegrate into that team? He played 112 matches for this football club. I think he scored 27 and he assisted 21.
How many times he came off the bench?
Anthony combined with Sancho.
A lot of the time.
He was on the bench all the time. To be fair to him, yeah, he was on the bench. To be fair to him.
Anthony, who came for a record amount of money for Manchester United, and Sancho both have 20 goals amongst each other. But Nicolai Pepe scored about 27 goals, 21 assists. But again, you ask yourself, is that okay to put into this team? The answer is not. It's not good enough. Yeah, but the problem there is we're not bringing anyone to actually cover, for soccer, and that's a bigger problem. On its own, it would have been better if maybe Pepe stayed, reintegrating to January, and then he can leave. But right now we're in that big mess. Right now we've lost money. It's a write-off, and we don't have a backup for Bukayo Saka. That's a big problem.
Yeah, really, really good points, to be fair. Like, would he actually have been good enough to come in? We don't really know because he hasn't really had much of a chance to be. That would be my argument. Same with Balogun. But yeah, people in the chat have a little bit of an opinion on this as well. So saying people cussed Vieira last season, has a couple of assists, and people are crying for him. Fans are finicky. Yeah, and BX, big up, says, this is why I believe Arteta has this season to bring home a trophy before the owners find someone willing to deal with an expensive asset. That's a very, very good point. Very good point. It's the heat is on for Arteta, especially after the Havertz signing. Mr. Arsenal. Oh yeah, Mr. Arsenal. Everyone subscribe to that channel as well. Just want to shout out all our Ballon d'Or nominees: Ramsdale, Odegaard, Saka, McCabe, and Ilestet. Yes, big up the ladies and the men's as well. Arsenal our players are doing really well. We just need it to translate into results and trophies. Yes, but I'm glad our players are getting recognised. Taib complaining about the heat. I think we all agree there. Unless, Tony, you're in Finland. Is it hot there or are you nice and cool?
No, it's just a chill weather. Here's a pretty much a cold place, so but the summers are quite warm. We're still enjoying the summer down there now. Yeah, it's a bit hot and chill mixed together. From next month, we'll be in the heat of the whole winter, drowning down our faces from next month. But let's see what's going to happen. It's a pretty chill place anyway.
Oh, it's mad. It's mad. I can't believe you live out there. It's crazy. Anyway, Arsenal above all. So Ghana qualified for the AFCON. So Partey away for a while on Jan. Probably be injured anyway. Yeah, that's fair. 100% need to get a DM in January/summer 24. Yeah, I would have said get a DM.
He's being withdrawn from the squad. He's already been withdrawn from the squad
for January.
Hmm.
That's not good. That is not good.
For Ghana, it's good for us. It's not good for Ghana.
Yeah, Jez is right. He's out for at least 6 to 8 weeks.
Nah. He's back.
It could be longer.
He's back for the Man City game, bro.
Could be longer.
Arteta's learning, bro. If the man he took a little mocking training, he said he's out.
Okay.
That picture of him in training,
debatable.
That was a rubbish rubbish picture. That was taken the day before he was injured. And Arsenal didn't announce the injury till the day before deadline day.
It was Thursday you picked it up. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Thursday.
We had the deadline day.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he didn't
before.
bother to replace him.
But I knew. Do you know what? I knew deadline day that Arsenal were not buying no one. When I seen Edu and Vinar and Tim in the Champions League draw, I thought they ain't buying no one. You knew already.
I got that, man. I got that.
I agree.
Fran, you were talking about buying a defensive midfielder in January. I think you should think again, because this club, we already know that we have Jorginho down here. Mind you, Mikel Arteta also thinks that if you can also multitask in the CDM area also, because he did play that area for Poland. And also, he also multitasks, especially also in the CDM area too. So keep dreaming if you think we're going to get a central defensive midfielder by January.
No, we're not going to get one. Like I don't think we will anyway, because Rice is here now and Jorginho and Elneny. So yeah. Anyway, right, we're getting sidetracked. So next question is: we've had our first Premier League games. We'll whiz round. Jez first. Talk to me about how you felt watching our performances. It's quite a vague question. Right, we've got slide number 2. I will show you right now. Here we are.
I really don't want to answer this question.
Yeah, I mean, compared to how we started last season, it's been a little bit offbeat. You know, Arsenal Forest, we got away with it. Let's be honest. Palace Arsenal, we got away with it.
Yeah.
Awful against Fulham. Arsenal, Man United, 2 very, very poor teams on the day. And I'm just going to say this, and I know you're going to bring it up later. When you start a game with 10 men in each of those games, and I'm referring to liar Havertz, because he has lied. He can't play football, right? Not in the Premier League, at least, right? And when you make a change up, it makes such a big difference. Because when that Man United game in particular, you brought on some better players, the intensity was so much different. And it was back to like how we were playing last season, playing great quick football. All the time Havertz is there, he slows everything down. He gets the ball, he kicks it backwards, and it's boring because Arsenal make a great move and then he just kills it. And as for the air shot for a professional footballer, dear God, you know, my mum could have said that. He's dead. I mean, it was shocking. It's absolute rubbish. And I'm sorry, this guy, well, we'll get into that later, but I'm not impressed, Fran, at the moment. We're looking iffy. I think the big problem is Havertz. Because he's spent £65 million on that man, he's going to shoehorn him in wherever he can, and it disrupts the level of play. And if you watch those actually analyse those games, nobody wants to pass to him.
Yeah, but by the end,
they don't rate him. And I'll leave it there.
Okay. So let's combine that with the Havertz chat. I think that's what everyone wants to hear, wants to talk about. So tell us about the first 4 fixtures and anything you have to say about Havertz, okay? Who wants to go next? Unless, Static, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. First of all, I need to respond to a comment that I just saw that you highlighted. First of all, I don't know who that person is. He said about get behind the team. We actually do get behind the team for 90 minutes, okay? But we're allowed to criticize the team before and after the game, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Really good point. If criticism is good.
Yeah. And now for the games. All 4 games have been very underwhelming, disappointing, considering that the first 9-10 games of the season, we were on fire. We were playing free-flowing, attacking football. Like we were having fun. I could tell we were just really enjoying it. It was really enjoyable to watch. I could tell the players were really enjoying it. But this pragmatic stuff, look, listen, if Arteta was coaching in, let's say, Italy, that's fine, because I know it's a very tactical. In Italy, you can get away with winning 1 goal, 2 goals. That's fine. Maybe even the second division of Italy. But no, not in England, not in the Premier League. No way, because it's all about scoring goals and entertainment. And considering that we pay a lot of money to go and watch Arsenal, especially at home, you know, kind of want to do a little bit more with the performances, you know. But yeah, just all 4 performances have been very unconvincing in my opinion. Considering we were so much better 12 months ago, but it feels like we're not ready. Like we had all pre-season to be ready. I know we were 12 months ago, but now 12 months, it's like we've gone backwards. It's just like we're still not quite ready for this season. I know we've won our games and we're done. I know we almost lost to Fulham and Palace would go away with it, and Nottingham Forest we could have drawn. Man United, that could have been a loss on another day, or a draw. Who knows? But yeah, just I'm not impressed with Arsenal's performances. We have got to do better, and as for Havertz, he's an anchor in that team. We play with 10 men every time he's on the field. Every time we're playing with 10 men.
What do you say to this comment? Does anyone have a response for BX saying that we're scapegoating Havertz?
No. What I can say about Havertz, all right, and I said this the other day when I was live with Tony's show, and I said, one thing I agree, like I agree with me and Jez had the same opinion in him. There's a player in him, like I heard Jez say the other day, like Jez said it, and that's what frustrates us the most. There is something in him, but it's down to him to release it. There's something in him. There's something about him, and I agree with, like Jez. Remember, you said it. I said it live. You said it live. There's a player in him, but it's down to him to release, because sometimes he does stuff. It's like, for instance, let's just go back to yeah, he's been bad for the last since the Premier League started, but in his fairness, when he actually played against Manchester City, you can see his little abilities, what he can do, but he just chooses not to do it. So that's why the fans like me, I get frustrated with him, because there's a player in him, but it's down to him to let him release himself. Because at the end of the day, it's like that chance against Man United. He panicked. What are you panicking for? Putting the ball in the net. Put the ball in the net. You know, if it was Eddie, it was a goal. I don't know what it is with Havertz, but I said I'm going to judge him. I'm going to give him 10 games, I said. So he's been pathetic so far, but that's what frustrates me the most. But there's a player in him. That's why fans are frustrated, because there is something about him. He needs to find himself. And if he finds him, if the Havertz of Leverkusen can come to Arsenal, I think all the Arsenal fans will be zipping. And we won now. But it's the same about, it's like, he's on the pitch and you just think, sometimes you think, I need to get to my shisha pipe. That's what, it's something about it, man. That's why the fans are frustrated. So you can't really be too positive with Havertz. You can't. You got to be like, there's something in him. He's playing crap. He's pissing the fans off. He's not trying. And so it's a balance, isn't it? People can't really have a go with Jez and have a go with the brother up there with the glasses, the swagger brother. You know what I'm saying? you know.
Stevie Wonder, apparently.
What's that? They can't. They can't have a go with him. You can't. His performance has been terrible. You know, it doesn't matter how much you back the team. You got to be honest, man. You got to be honest. Like you know, it's not just me saying it. The whole world is watching him play. Jamie, I'm not saying we'd want him to do well, but Havertz, if you're listening to us, just find the hero inside yourself. Search for the hero inside yourself, kid.
I think, that is a really good point. Again, Bronco and VA saying it takes zero talent to blame Havertz for everything stuff, and I don't think we're blaming him for it. I think it's just so frustrating seeing what he's capable of and the way he's performing, because we all know how good he could be, and it's just seeing him like with such low confidence and stuff. But I do agree that I think perhaps if someone is low on confidence, we shouldn't be like really piling on them. That's just not going to help him.
No, it's not going to help him.
This is football, Fran.
But the thing is, I like, if you want to talk about the game,
I'm too nice for it. I can't.
Fran,
respect your opinion, of course.
I'll tell you who's been terrible this season, and people in for the shock. Do you know who's been terrible in the last 3 games? Saka.
Yeah, he has not.
Saka. And so who's been? Do you know who's been one of our best players? Your defense is in trouble. Nketiah in the room. Nketiah in the room. He's been one of but to be honest with you, I feel sorry for Nketiah because he scored like when Martinelli did that twist. If Nketiah never scored, would that twist would have been good? Nah, bro. Nketiah made it look good because he buried the chance. Jimmy, he put the ball in the net. When Martin did that crossover, he put the ball in the net. Against Fulham, who come on and done this again? Nketiah. Because they've been having a poor game. So he's not a fan's favourite, but I think Nketiah's been playing well so far. Saka's been shocking. Martinelli's been all right. You know, so to me, Jesus and Nketiah, if they can can form a partnership, like Jesus starts and Nketiah come on, whatever way they want to do it, they gotta. You know what? We need to put our faith in Nketiah, bro. Now he's an England international. Come on, Eddie. I like Eddie, bro. I'm an Eddie fan now.
He's growing on me. Go on, Jez. What was that, Jez?
I just don't see it, man. With no, sorry, Fuad. No.
Keep the faith, Jez. Trust me, Eddie's gonna shock a lot of people this season, man.
Really? You said that last season.
No, last season. Last season, you know what? Eddie wasn't ready for it, but this season.
How many goals did he score last season?
He scored 9 altogether, didn't he?
In the league
4.
only.
In the league, he scored about 4 or 5 in the league, innit? So it wasn't good enough. But this, four. But this season, though, do you know what, though, Jess? This season, you've got to give him credit. You know, you have to give it a credit because if his goals, for instance, Jess, if he never scored against Forest and then come on against Fulham would have been more embarrassing to lose 2-1 against Fulham. But Eddie Nketiah got us back in the game, scored the goal. It was the defence who never did their job. You know. The keeper could have done better.
I'll give you license on that. Fair play. I respect and hear you telling me, and I'll give you license on it. And come Christmas, when he scored 15 goals, right? I'll say, fair play to you, Prince Fuad. You were correct. I was wrong.
Yeah, no.
But before I shut up, can I? Before you go to Tony, I'm not hating on Havertz. I made this on my channel last night, right? I did with Kenny and all that. I believe there is a player in Havertz. I don't believe Arteta is strong enough to find him. And I think his confidence is so low that it's going to take a hell of a manager to get it out of him. Point I'm trying to make here, we've seen players come into the Premier League from the Bundesliga, La Liga, Ligue 1, all these. They've been absolutely brilliant players and turned out to be absolute crap because they can't play at the intensity, physicality, fast pace of the Premier League. And unfortunately, that's not their fault. It's just they're not the levels that it takes to be in the Premier League. It's a tough, fast league. And I'm not convinced, people, that Arteta is the manager to drag this back out of him. Because when he was at Bayer Leverkusen, he was awesome. He was a brilliant player. That's why Chelsea bought him. Chelsea don't buy crap, right? They don't buy rubbish. But he hasn't performed, and I am concerned for him as a professional footballer, whether he'll make it at Arsenal. We did it with Shamak, if you remember him, when we bought Shamak. He was going to be the next, Ian Wright type player. He was rubbish. He was gone in 18 months. And I fear for the fella. I do, sadly. I'll shut up.
What are your thoughts, Tony, on Havertz? The Havertz debacle?
Yeah, the Havertz thing. Yeah, see, to be very fair, I've heard Jez, back Kai Havertz at the start of the season. Yeah, when he was losing those shots in the US, Jez backed the guy up, so I can second that, give him a chance. But just like every other Arsenal fan right now, yeah, £65 million out of nowhere, and we just go to Chelsea, fund him for Caicedo and Lavia. Yeah, it makes the whole thing so annoying. So I have it here. I understand this signing. I really understand the sign. We really need someone who would be into the box. Against those teams that keep a very, very low block. Someone who would be there to just latch on all those loose balls that get into the 18-yard box. Gabriel Jesus is number 9. Is never in the box. Yeah, he's always linking our play. No one is down there. We do need someone who will just be in and about that, about that 18-yard box.
Tony,
is everything okay?
You're still breaking up, and we keep missing parts of what you're saying.
Breaking up?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You remember when
cutting in and out, Tony.
I'm sorry.
It's like watching it when they're trying Bruce Lee films. I used to watch it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this.
Oh no. You need to have a word with your Wi-Fi provider, man.
I'm sorry about this.
It's the Russian trying to infiltrate.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
that. It
this.
happens,
But again,
unfortunately.
I'll just try and go through what I'm saying faster. So, see, that I haven't signed in. I really understand what Mikel Arteta wanted to do there, but it's a long shot. It's a miss. I'm giving him to prove it. After 10 games, then I'll talk about him fully. But right now, I'll give him a chance on to 10 games. He's played 4 games now, and I'm not inspired by what I see. So after 10 games, then I'll get a judgment out for him.
Okay. Yeah. I think.
Right now, he's not helping the team. He's lazy. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, 10 games. I think is fair. Then we can start to properly reevaluate, and that's I'm kind of on that wavelength as well. I understand other people just properly, and Jez, I really do hear you about whether he's just not right for the Prem. It's I
think,
go on.
I think, do you know what? I said this to my friend the other day. I seen him asked off in the cafe when I was down there, and obviously there's a lot of Arsenal fans who go there. And I said to him, you know Havertz, he's gonna shock us in the most. I think he's gonna shock us in the most important time that we've ever, like in the most important game, and we're not expecting to do it. That's Havertz too. That's what he's good at.
That's such a good point, because if he does like one wonder moment, right, like Reece Nelson did last season, like all of this can completely change. The fan base will like think he's a cult hero. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would say to him. Like, if you can pull it out of the bag, like
I think
we'll go.
I'm going to make a prediction. All right, Jez, and I'm going to say it on Fran TV, the legend himself, and Jez himself. I'm gonna make a prediction. Kai Havertz is going to turn up against Manchester City and shock every Arsenal fan.
Hat-trick.
Look, Fuad, I've not got any agenda against him.
No, I'm like you. I've got no agenda against him. I just hope he does it for his own sake.
I'll be great. I'll be so happy if he does. I just have my only concern is that I'll tell you the statement that concerned me right before the start of the season when Arteta bought him, right, and Arteta made the statement, I don't know where to play him.
Yeah. Now that's I think that didn't help him, but I think against Manchester City, Havertz is gonna shock every Arsenal fan. That's my opinion. He's gonna do it. Do you know what he's gonna do unexpectedly? Do you know, like, I'll give you a better example. Do you know for instance? No, for instance, you go like, for instance, how can I brave it? Like, say for instance, you're a single man and you ask out all these decent women, you think, do you know what? And then you see the best woman there, and she's the one who accepts you on our date. It's gonna be something like that. How is it gonna shock everyone, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna clip that and we're gonna play it to you. We're gonna play it to you after the Man City game and see how it goes.
That's right. Clip it. Havertz is gonna turn up against Manchester City. There we go, clip it.
Yes, bro. This is why I love you, man.
I said it. If I was right, I admit it. I was wrong.
But again, Fuad, do you want to see Havertz in our first 11?
Let me tell you something to all the people out there in Finland. All right, Arteta is not dropping Havertz. Not for me, not for you, not for any Arsenal fan, and not for especially people.
Yes or no answer? Do you want to see him in our first 11?
Bro, it's not if I want to see him. I know he's going to be there, so it's irrelevant if I answer.
I can answer that for you, Tony. No, he should be on the bench for the foreseeable future for Havertz. I don't want to see him again.
But on a real note, you know he's going to be there, isn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's irrelevant to be saying drop him. You know he's not getting dropped, bro. He is not getting dropped. Arteta, he's what he say. I love him. I love him. Do you know what that means? LOVE. I love him. It means that guy sitting on the pitch. Come on, Tony. He ain't dropping him.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Jez, you agree? Jez, you agree what I'm saying? Is he getting dropped? Jez, be honest.
Help me, Jez.
And seriously, I can't agree.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I'm saying, is he getting dropped?
I concur.
Can you see Arteta dropping him?
Do I see him dropping him?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying to Tony. I said to Tony, I can't see Arteta dropping him because he said, I love him. When he said that, and he did his chest, I love him.
That's Arteta. Arteta has his favourites, and that's what is totally wrong with this club. And I'm going to leave that there because I just think it's ridiculous. I do.
Yeah.
You ain't getting to heap everyone in the chat. I'm telling you now, Havertz is not getting dropped. Sorry to break your hearts.
He won't.
He's not getting dropped. Arteta's not dropping him. Bro, the man was talking about M25, M4, Islington Road, Frisbee Road. He is not dropping him.
Why do you think ESR's not getting on? Because he could play in that Havertz role, as BX says.
Where is there?
165 million, did he? On
That's
ESR.
Prince Fuad.
Yeah.
Fuad. Anyone can get benched in this team. Anyone can get benched. We're already hearing
Not
that David
Salah.
Ryan might get into this team from next week.
Everyone but Saka.
Anyone is replaceable in this team. Yeah.
No,
Including Kai Havertz. Yeah, we brought in for £65 million. And you see, part of the problem is Mikel Arteta with this. You could have slowly eased this guy into all this pressure that this Kai Havertz is getting. Yeah, I'll put it on the manager. You should have slowly eased this guy into this team. Yeah, there's something called a systematic play. You ease this guy into it. Right now, we have someone from last season. Yeah, who couldn't even go on a tussle with people, and that's Fabio Vieira. Look at how he's coming up from the bench and the performances he's putting right now. I prefer him in my starting 11 than Kai Havertz. I have no problem with Kai Havertz, but I believe he needs time. Yeah, but in needing time, you have to ease him through that team.
Yeah, I agree.
In the second half, when you need to, put some players from here.
I agree.
We have Fabio Vieira. See,
we move on?
Emma Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
We have Emma Smith Rowe.
I've got to move on because we're nearly.
Next.
Emma Smith Rowe.
I've got to move on. We're nearly at the hour mark.
We have Emma Smith Rowe. Who's down there? He doesn't get a sniff in this team. we need to put him back. We need to.
Let's move on, guys.
Really, really good point, Jez. I need your authority here. I will just listen to you guys forever. So I've got a couple more questions, then I'll let you guys all go to bed. And chat, I want you to answer the questions as well. So, yeah, there's so much we could touch on, but we'll just have to have another show. Like people were talking about the defensive frailties in the chat, like the sloppy goals, which is a whole other discussion. And I think that could go on to good question 8 for the panel, which is, and the chat, favorite moment and least favorite moment of the season so far. Let's start with Prince Fuad.
My favorite moment of this season. To be honest, I know we beat Man United, and but we expected to beat Man United, but beating is always a favorite moment. So the favorite moment this season, Man United, and my boys coming through, Eddie and Ketty scoring goals. So yeah, that's my favorite moment. That's it, bro. That's my boys coming through. I hope Eddie keeps scoring. So when Eddie scored his first game against Nottingham Forest, that was a good moment for me. When he come off the bench and everyone was saying, play Trossard, okay, he played Trossard, and what happened? Like I said to my friend, what happened? Nothing happened. What happened? My boy come off the bench and saved the day, but it was the stupid defenders who messed up the day. So you know, you gotta be fair, like, and beating Man United was good. And do you know what, though, to be honest with you, I love Zinchenko. It's defensively, he's not the best. Kieran Tierney's better than him. But one thing he's good at, he makes the players click. He does. Zinchenko, that formation without Zinchenko won't work. I don't think it won't work. I think if you're gonna play if Arteta would have played against Fulham, he should have played Kieran Tierney. If you're gonna go defensive, play Kieran Tierney and now plan B when you play against Fulham. Zinchenko, when he does it, honestly, go back to the Brighton game. That's what I'm gonna say to Arsenal fans, and see what happened when Zinchenko wasn't on the pitch. We didn't put one pass together. So yeah, I'm happy that Zinchenko's back. I'm happy that we beat Man United. I'm happy he's gone back. Gabriel's back in the team. I was gassed about that.
Yeah.
You know, Gabriel back in the team. I was gassed. I was over the moon seeing him back. So yeah, they were good moments. But besides them little moments, we got a lot of work to do.
Boy, we do. Jez, what about you? Favorite, least favorite moment?
Well, of course, beating Man United 3-1. One of the teams I hate the most in the Premier League. That's because they've always been our big rivals. I've had so many debates in the last weeks about this season, and people. I've had people say to me, "But surely you see Tottenham as your biggest rivals." Yes and no, because yes, they're the noisy neighbours down the road, but they don't win anything, and so. Not really. Man United, back in the 90s, thousands, they were our big rivals. So that win for me, and the Odegaard goal was absolute class. And I like what I'm seeing from Odegaard. He's developing, in my opinion, into a solid midfielder. I wasn't sure about him on loan, but now I'm getting impressed. I think the lowest moment was definitely the Fulham game. I think Saka in that game was bloody rubbish. It was his very poor pass, that back pass, that led them to score. And you know, if you're going to contend for the Premier League, Fran, you cannot be doing that.
Yeah, I hope over this international break, like they're just getting a good, like, if you'll excuse my language, bollocking about the defensive like sloppiness. It's so complacent. It's just not on. I think if we can tighten that up, then the attack has been all right.
Yeah, I agree. Before you go to static, I just want to say I think Saka's not been great this season yet. This
is why it would be nice to see him benched, even if you just bring him on for the second half. Just like light a rocket under him, you know, because I think he feels like he's just unbenchable, you know, like however I perform, I'm going to come on the next time. It would be good, but we haven't really bought in a really top quality like replacement for him that you could bench him for, I suppose. But yeah. Static, what about you with favourite and least favourite moments so far?
I'm going to be quick. Best moment, defeating Manchester United. Absolutely hate that team so much. No offense to anyone in the live chat, but I agree with Jez. You know, I grew up hating both Tottenham and Man United, even though, but yeah, it's always nice being Man United. Least favourite moment or moments. There's too many least favourite moments, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to say our defence, just we're leaking too many goals, especially at home.
Yes. Completely agree. I'm going to have to put the Jesus goal as probably my favourite moment. I preferred that to the Rice goal just because, like, the amount of time he had it to the goal. I was like, he's got to score this. He's got to score this. And thinking, like, there's no way, like, he's going to mess this up. This is going to be so embarrassing. And then he got it. I was so excited. Okay, a couple more questions, then I'll let you.
Jesus created a meme as well because that defender sliding.
The
Forever
slide.
meme all week.
The slide was so good. Tony, your favourite and least favourite moment? Then I've got one or two more questions. I'll let you lovely people go to bed. Okay, Tony, favourite, least favourite moment so far? Bro.
Oh, he's having a nightmare today. Tonight.
Tony, it's still not working, man.
My heart goes out to you, Tony. I know how you feel about Wi-Fi problems.
Oh, this cute little smile, and there's no sound.
We can't hear Tony.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to Tony. And I just want to say, chat, I've been away for 5 months and we've come back and there's 22 people watching. That's like matching my record from last season. So thank you so much to everyone who's come along. Hit the like and subscribe. I'll be bringing these guys back because there's so much more to talk about, and I'll be bringing on Guna Gathering, TJ, and we'll just do lots of panel discussions. Bronco and VA says Dallo is still sliding. Yep. I'll move on just to the next bit, which is what are your expectations for our next run of Premier League and Champions League fixtures? So quickly preview what you want to see for January. What was that, Static?
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, go.
Just win all the games. No excuses. Got to win all those games.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
We've got Man City in there at home.
Don't care. Got to win that as well. Don't care.
Yeah, it's not actually too bad. Our time now until...
I fear no opponents, Fran. I fear no one. Got to win the games. Sorry.
That was bad.
People disagree. Oh no, we're gonna. Oh, draw will be okay. No. We're also a football club. We should fear no one, especially Manchester City, especially at home against Manchester City. We've got to win.
Does anyone disagree? That's the standards that...
Yeah, he's right. I agree with him. They should absolutely... I agree with him. We shouldn't be there, we're playing Man City. They should be saying, look, we got to beat Man City. That's the players' attitude. They got to change their attitude. No, I agree with him. The players got gotta show something to the fans. And if we beat Man City, you're sending out a big statement.
Yeah, we got to.
That's a massive statement because I said personally, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant how you play from now up to that game. If you win every game and beat Man City, it means something. If you win every game and you lose to Man City, because you know Man City don't drop many points. So if anyone's got to do it, if you want to challenge them, you've got to take their points off them. You've got to beat them.
Yeah.
So that's the only way you beat Man City. If you want to win the league, then beat them. Because when they beat us in the FA Cup and they beat us in the Emirates, it was a mental thing.
Yeah. So on to the final question then, the main kind of point of what's happening. Quickly, Champions League, we'll talk about that another time. Let's go on to the main question, which is basically the final part of today's check-in, which is, are we on track to do one better than last season? And can we win the Premier League? What's your expectation?
Can I answer that?
Yes.
I'm going to I'm straight to the point, guys. No, we're not going to win the league. My expectation is to win the league. Anything else is a failure. That's it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Would you be getting rid of Arteta if we don't win it?
Yes, 100%.
Stykes, cold. You're cold. Okay, let's go to Fuad.
Next 5. Sorry, go on. No, go on.
No. Okay. Okay, Fuad, go, and then Jez.
To be honest with you, you know what? I think we could. I think this season, this is the season when we win the league. I know a lot of people saying the squads thing. Yeah, but you know, I've noticed this season though, all the players are actually coming off the bench, are actually implementing something into the team. Whereas last season we bench players, nothing happened. This is the first season where you could say like, Fabio, you're on, Thing, you're on, Bruce Nelson, you're on, and for some reason this season the subs are showing so much impact in the game, something we haven't seen for years at Arsenal. So I'm just going off that belief that we could win the league if it continues.
Yeah, I'm actually kind
if
of.
It continues.
Yeah, I'm on your wavelength a little bit, Fuad, but I'll go last. Jez, what are you thinking?
Well, I'll just go those next 5 games in the Premier League. They are so important. If we cock up into them, right, then Everton away, we always know is a bloody banana skin. We haven't won there for 7 years. Tottenham are playing okay, but I think we'll beat them at home. Everton away, we don't do great there, right? Man City, we have to make a major statement. And Chelsea away, well, I think we'll beat them there. Those 5 games are a massive, massive statement of where we are going to go in the Premier League. I think we could win them all. I do. Unless Arteta starts playing his stupid nonsense tactics. If he plays the players in the right positions that they're born to be in, like our back 4, yeah, and the right midfield and the right strikers up front, I think we can beat them. I think we can win them games. And I'm going to make you this prediction, right? If we lose 2 of those 3 games, we're not going to win the Premier League. And we've got the Champions League. And if he goes into the Champions League, which we've got PSV up first, right? If he starts cocking about in that, he'll be sacked by Christmas.
I don't see them sacking him. Tony, did you want to jump in on that?
Yes, because I'm back now and had to do some research, checks on my router again.
It's better now.
It's better.
It's a lot better. Well done.
Thanks. I just want to go back to that last question. I like that Martin Odegaard goal. Typical Arsenal football. Yeah, pass. Just look at that flick. from Gabriel Martinelli to Martin Odegaard. Wonderful goal. And people forget the importance of that goal, yeah? It marks the comeback. Without coming back 1 minute, just when after they've scored us a goal, we wouldn't have gotten that win against Manchester United. Yeah, the Gabriel Jesus goal was a beautiful one. The Declan Rice one was it was a struggle, but it was a good goal. But that just getting back on track, very, very important goal for us. Yeah.
Bruh,
And this
what game was you
second
watching?
question, you said?
What game was you watching, bro? They took the lead, bro, after that. Yo,
No.
what game was you watching, bro?
No, Prince Fuad, you're getting it wrong. She asked about the best moment of that game.
Oh, that
For
was your best
personal.
moment. Oh, bro.
Yeah, it's my personal
okay.
best moment. Coming
Oh,
back.
that was your best moment of the game, bro.
Yeah,
That's good for you.
yeah. Us coming back, and I like the tiki-taka, that's the Arsenal way. We're playing that way. Free-flowing football, Martinelli flick, and then Odegaard gets that goal. And that's where I want my captain to be, in and about the goals. Yeah? Showed captain stuff, showed leadership. That's what I want to see from Arsenal Football Club going forward. That takes us through to the next question, yeah? See, Jez spelt it the way I would have said it. Mikel Arteta, there is no need being stubborn. Yeah? Play your back four. Just play the players in their rightful position. Just said it all. Just go with that. Yeah? Our right back, Ben White, he is a right back for a reason. Put him there. We have William Saliba. We have Gabriel Magalhaes. This pair gave us a good defensive showing last season. Don't tinker with it. Put it back there. Yeah, we can manage with Zinchenko. We've already goofed with that All-Star of Kylian. We can do with Zinchenko, no problem. But don't tinker with that back four. That back four is okay. Even if Thomas Partey is back, don't go put him in right back position. Allow him to play in his rightful position. And then we can start seeing things. And mind you, yeah, it was up until Mikel Arteta changed that back four to the normal back four that we had last season. That's when we started seeing joys. We started playing quite well against Manchester United. We did play well. We had 55% of that ball possession against our biggest rivals at the Emirates. That's big and that's huge for me. So, that's what I want to see. I really do believe that we can challenge for the title this season. See, guys, in case you're clipping it, I believe we can challenge for the title, but it also depends on the manager. If he starts his tinkering again, we can blow this even before Christmas. And you know what? If he doesn't get us to a title this season, I reckon he should be sacked from this football club.
Okay.
And mind you, I haven't spent over 700 million pounds. After spending 700 million pounds in this football club and being the most backed manager in the Premiership, he has to deliver this season. End of story.
Sorry. Yes. Hello, Win. You're such a good boy. Sorry. I love this account. Fuad, great points, Tony. Fuad, what were you going to say?
No. I object. The only thing I object to is when you talk about. No, I object. I object to one thing. Do you know who made that game? And do you know what? The armband wasn't the captain. Do you know who was our captain that game? Was Declan Rice. He bossed the midfield, he bossed the players, and he told them the only thing Martin Odegaard did good was score. And when we needed someone to score and step up, my captain is Declan Rice, because he stepped up when we needed him to. And you see the whole fan base, Rice, baby, 62,000. Wait, everyone knows that he's our captain. To me, I reckon Arteta should say, you know what, Martin, you done good last year, but Rice is the captain. Because the way the players react to him, the way he stepped up, the way he bossed the midfield, that's a captain there. That band don't mean nothing no more at Arsenal because they got 5 captains. But the one captain to me was Declan Rice, bro. Look what he said in his interview. The players thought it was over. But my shoulders, I had to step up to the plate, bro. I keep saying, like, the players, like you said, all the things I had to carry on my shoulders with my price tag and all that, I never give up. Jimmy,
Totally
I'll be
agree.
happy
He's
with
our
Rice
captain,
being
bro.
the captain.
He's our captain, man.
But
If
again,
I did
the question
Permanently.
wasn't an argument about leadership. It was a question about
You
your
just
best
said it
moments in
about
the
you.
game.
Yeah,
And
but
that
you
was
just
my
said it
best
though.
moment.
Yeah, you just
What did
said
I
our
say?
captain.
I
How
said
can that
he
be a
scored a
best
goal.
moment?
That's where I want my captain to be.
But how could you have a captain scoring goals with goal missing for another 35 minutes of the game?
Did you see?
It's not the question. That's a
You see
different
what
question.
Rice did, right? When he scored his goal, yeah. If you watched the game, did you see when he after he disappeared into the North Bank, never to be seen again, because he was getting adulation from all the fans, and I was surprised he came back with his shirt. To be honest, he went back into midfield, and he was going
Yeah, I saw that, Jez.
like that. He was saying to the players, "You concentrate now." Odegaard wasn't doing that.
He's our captain, bro.
Declan Rice was doing what many hundreds of games I watched Tony Adams. He was like, focus.
Yeah.
You know, he did it in the FA Cups. He did it in numerous games. It was focus. You watch what you're doing. You be there. You be there. Right? And that's the sort of captain that Declan Rice would be.
Yeah,
I admire Odegaard. I do
I agree,
admire him,
Jez.
but I just don't think he's
Captain material.
enough. I don't think
He's not captain material.
No,
he's not captain material, and that's why I think if sooner down the line, I think Arteta might give the captaincy to Declan Rice somewhere down the season, and I think
so.
maybe.
I hope so.
I think if Odegaard gets injured and all that, and I think he won't receive it back.
Definitely, absolutely, I totally agree with that, Fuad. If hopefully he won't. I like Odegaard. If he does get crocked, I guarantee you it'll be Declan Rice.
Yeah, 100%. Future Arsenal captain.
Right, let me just show you guys. We're going to round up in a minute. Unfortunately, just as Tony's Wi-Fi has finally started working, my gosh, bro, when you watch it back, you're going to be like, "It's okay, it's not your fault." It was a struggle. You sounded like R2D2. So let me just show you guys something I just saw on Twitter, on X.
X.
Can you see that? So when there is Jez, what do you think? Do you think she looks?
She looks miserable. This is a she.
I
That dog's miserable.
I
What do you think, Jez?
I think it's really cute. Jez, what do you think?
I think it's embarrassing.
Facts.
I think it's embarrassing. Arsenal, the great club we once were, having a poxy bloody dog sitting on a throne. You know, what is this about? I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. Oh, the dog's lovely, but why do we need to have pictures of him on a throne? I mean, whoever's doing this in the Arsenal media is an absolute complete prick. I'm sorry.
Facts. Fran, look at the dog's eyes. If you zoom in closely, you can look into the dog's eyes. Look into the eyes. Look to the eyes. It looks sad. Yeah, look how sad the dog is. I mean, seriously. Look how sad that. It's like, why am I here? Please get me out of here, Arsenal. It's
like take me back to Manchester.
I rather I'd rather be at the vet than at the football club.
Or saying, why is Partey playing at right back? What is this formation? Okay, I know Jez's stance on the dog, and it's
no. You know what it is though. It'd rather be at the dentist than Arsenal. That's telling you something, isn't it?
Anyway.
I'm going to be controversial. Animal cruelty.
Oh
That's
no!
what I'm going to say.
I'm. This is my controversial opinion that I will fall out with Jez on over is that I like the dog.
Dog,
Fran, I do too, but
it's not fair. It's
dog.
What they're trying to say is it's not fair. It's not fair that I'm bringing a dog and all the Arsenal players just start shouting at him. Because the dog can't compare to human beings.
Fran, actually, it's not a laughing matter. It's an embarrassment. I'm sorry. It's PR on steroids. Yeah. Do we
Yeah.
need to? Do we need to plaster the dog everywhere? And, and in training, yeah,
Yeah,
I
should be
see
highlighted.
Liverpool in training. I see men, doing training, hard training, learning stuff, doing lots of stuff. Yeah, and we have Win the Dog in our training ground, with the players playing with the dog, having tipsy touchy time, feely time with the dog. Yeah. See a player, Cedric the entertainer, who hasn't left this club,
Yeah.
football club yet, playing with the dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does
probably
that
chained
mean?
up somewhere.
Jokes aside, I do
It's,
think
it's funny.
jokes aside, I do think that the olive tree, the dog, it could feed into the carefree attitude that is seeing us concede sloppy goals. I think there needs to be more of a seriousness around the training ground. So
Dogs should not be allowed at football clubs,
funny, but things do have to be
especially
more
trained
serious.
girls.
But it is cute. Okay, so
I bet
on
you'll
that
never
note,
see that in a Pep Guardiola setup. You'll never see that.
But I
I've
do
seen
think
the Man City training.
Never.
They never
The
have
only
things
thing,
like that.
you
don't
know,
have this distraction.
yeah, he does. The only thing he brings, Pep Guardiola, is the horse whip.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Thank you.
That's what he brings, the horse whip. He don't mess around, bro. Have you ever seen him train?
It's an embarrassment.
Go
an
see Man City
embarrassment.
open training. You'll see what Guardiola does to him. What are you doing releasing a ball like that? Look at how. Okay, I'll give you an example. When Haaland scored against Burnley, 2 goals,
yeah.
Guardiola wasn't happy with something. He went over straight and told him how it was. He never hugged him. He kicked him up the backside. There's a difference, bro. You can see Guardiola bringing a dog? You must be dizzy, Black.
yeah, he'd have a mastiff. Right. I'm gonna let you guys all go. This has been such a good stream. So Fuad, let's start with you. Where can people find you, and what's coming up for you?
Come on, Prince Fuad TV, and you can find me on. And you can find me on Instagram. I'm back on Instagram now. I took a few weeks off, pre-season. Now I'm pre-back. Yeah, so that's where you can find me, Prince Fuad TV on Instagram, and obviously I'm going to teach all you people about where the Nketiah.
We've got you clipped up. He's going to score a hat trick at Man City. Thank you so much for coming on, Fuad.
I said Havertz.
Oh, Havertz. Okay, right. Jez, sorry to bring up the dog.
No, look, I don't dislike the bloody dog. Right? I
Fine.
a dog, but why do we need a dog at the training ground?
Thank you,
What
Jez.
you do there, it's to work your nuts off and to give your 101% intensity. Not to be stroking a bloody dog, right? You can buy your own sodding dog and live at home. And I'm sure the players have. I'm sure the players with children have got dogs, cats, hamsters, goldfish, right?
Wait, don't come at the goldfish.
You don't take them to the bloody training ground. And I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. And I just think it's just a stupid PR stunt by Arsenal Football Club. And I just have no time for that bullshit, because these are professional club, professional players. And I've got no time for it whatsoever. And it's a PR load of bullshit. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Arsenal history and more. YouTube, Collins.Jez on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. We've got stuff coming up, different content. Week Tuesday, I'm doing the real Arsenal football quiz, which is going to be an absolute mind bender.
Woo!
Kenny Ken's in it, Kyle Walsh, Anthony Herbert. Might try and get a couple of other people in, but it's going to be a toughie. But there we go.
When's that again?
Week Tuesday, 19th,
right.
I think.
Right, everyone, we're going to be there next Tuesday for Jez's quiz.
Week.
Jez, Kenny always throws questions at me, you know that, Jez, and I always answers them. Do you know that?
Well, yeah, but I've given 2 months ago. I gave the heads up to the guys and said, do your bloody homework, because we're going back to 1886 and all the way through. And none of the questions are going to be easy. Let's
yes.
just see how they do. That'd be interesting. It's a week Tuesday.
Okay, everyone, let's be there. I'll probably learn a lot, like younger fans like me. So I'm looking forward to it. Static, what about you? What's coming up for you? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, static__5, and you can find me pretty much whenever anyone goes live within the Arsenal community. I'll be in the live chat, so just come and say hello, and I'll try and respond. I'm not, but thank you. I appreciate the love always.
And Tony, Claude, your first time on the channel. I'm so sorry about your internet thing, but we got you there in the end, and I'll bring you back on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. So where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm sorry about the whole internet thing. Yeah, but probably tomorrow I'll go buy a new one or something like that. Thanks for allowing me to come to your channel. Yeah, I'm just so happy to come, chop it up with this gentleman down here. Fuad was on my channel this week. We had a very tough one together this week. Jez, of course. Jez, I would like to come to your show, man. But I'll get my internet ready for that. Static, it would be nice, to work with you also.
Yeah, of course.
Big ups to you, my brother. Yeah, it's all love. And Fran, thank you for allowing me to, to just come here and talk to your people and talk to your fans.
Anytime.
You can catch me on Tony Claude Gunner TV. Yeah, you can catch me on Tony Claude Gunner TV, Tony Claude Gunner TV on Instagram, Tony Claude Gunner TV on Facebook, and also on Twitter, Tony Claude Gunner TV. I just talk Arsenal. Every opinion is welcomed in my place. If you're a critic, good. I like critique. I like people who critique too. I'm a big critic too. I love criticism too. If you're the one that just want to talk football and just be, happy with the whole thing, you can come around. Let's just talk football. That's it. And just respect other people. That's just it. So, welcome to my show. And of course, I'm always in Jazz's Instagram community. That's a big, big community. Yeah, we love each other. We support each other in that community. And it's all headed by Jazz. So, Jazz, big ups to you, man. Big ups to you. I owe a lot to you, mostly for my personal growth on my channel. Thanks. Big ups to you.
Yeah.
And Fuad, you too, man. Big ups to you. And Fran, hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you so
Fran,
much.
one more thing. Can I just say thank you so much for having me on? It's an absolute honor to be on your channel for the very first time.
Well, it's only a little channel, but we'll do more regular shows like this.
You're doing great. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Well, let's end it there. Thank you so much, guys. And Jez, thank you. I know you're like a big dog now in the community. And come on.
She just had to mention dog.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Well, was that a goldfish? So
I'm out. Thank you so much.
Fran, look, I'm not. Look, I like going to everybody's shows. I love it. I love it. I love going on yours. I love going on Tony Claude's, and Tony, Fran, Prince Fuad's been in my channel. Static, unfortunately, we missed our sales yesterday, but I welcome.
We'll get there.
I welcome anybody on, because
we'll get there, Jess.
It is like a community that we have, and we support each other, and we go around and we chat, and we have adult debate. And we know that we get idiots come on, which unfortunately is in the chat. That happens.
And then I step up.
I've got my favourite bloke that loves me to death, and he loves to come in and give me abuse, which is fun because I think it's funny. But Tony, once we get back to normal football, as I call it, because I'm not big into international football, I'll get you on, man. I'll get you on.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Static, you're all welcome. You're all welcome, because you
Thank you, Jess.
You're nice people, you're good fun, and you're always welcome with me. That's for sure.
You're on mute, Fran.
I said you're the best. it's a great little community we've got here on the Arsenal YouTube. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and see you soon. Goodbye.
Au revoir.